What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 169. We are back with a shit ton of fights and good stuff to talk about, honestly, from this weekend. Yeah. We had UFC London, which overall was kind of mid and under-delivered, I would say.
I have to agree.
Yeah, you don't think that card under-delivered compared to expectations of like going into
a little bit, yes, actually, but
yeah,
like it wasn't horrible by any means, but it was just like Jimmy said, just slightly under-delivered.
Like it wasn't the greatest. Like there was some good stuff, but with how stacked it was, 13 fights in London, like just all like a lot of the matchups, like just a lot of matchups I thought were going to be more fun weren't. You know what I mean? I don't know. It wasn't the best. But then we also had 172 from Japan, and that shit
that went fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
But before we get into all of that, like and subscribe if you enjoy everything we're doing around here. We appreciate everyone that does. Very easy to press those buttons. It helps us out. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's get into it. UFC London, UFC Fight Night, Edwards versus Brady. Leon Edwards coming back to London. First fight since losing the title to Bilal Muhammad and taking on just surging contender in Sean Brady. This, honestly, I did not expect the fight to play out this way at all. Zero bit, honestly. Like, I knew that there was the potential where if, like, Brady got him down, he could be dominant. But from the first round to fucking a minute 39 of round 4, where Sean Brady gets the guillotine choke over Leon Edwards. Dominant. Absolutely dominant from pillar to post. I
don't know. I'm kind of not surprised because I didn't know which way it was going to go, of if Leon was going to be able to defend and then just like work his way on the feet, or if Sean was just going to blast through him. And I was just like, either one of those things are live. And from the first round, it was like, oh, Leon's losing this fucking fight. Like, it was just kind of clear. It was Sean was just willing to be right the fuck in front of him, strike with him. Like, he only went for one takedown, and that was like towards the end of the round.
That was at the end of the round in the first round. Yeah. That was
Had less than a minute control time. But it's like was just down to be right in front of him and strike with him, and it was like, oh, okay, like he's not gonna just be an, you know what I mean? He's not just gonna let Leon do what he does. And then from round 2 on, nothing. But like Leon also kind of shit the bed a little bit. It's like throwing kicks at a high level grappler, stupid. Shooting your own takedown on a grappler, stupid. Like he really kind of fucked himself a little bit sometimes, but whatever. I still think Sean was going to do what he was going to do.
Like, one of the things that like was very interesting about like when the fight started, first round, fight ready, go. Sean Brady gets right in front of him, throws a 3-piece combo, like immediately off jump, which was not what I was expecting at all.
And I have never seen Sean Brady shot out of a cannon so assertively in a fight before. Like it was, I'm sorry to just like, but like it was funny of Bilal being like, oh, Sean Brady copied my homework, and it's like, you guys, like, obviously there were similar things, but it was very different. It's like, if anything, this is way like closer to what Leon versus fucking Khamzat Chimaev would have looked like fucking back like fucking 4 or 5 years ago when that was supposed to happen, of like going right after him and just the pressure, And
then
Khamzat definitely would have shot earlier, but
because like him not shooting for basically that whole round till the end of the round, getting that one, and then start of the second round, runs at him, bat out of hell, double leg blast double, takes him down immediately. Leon literally does nothing but defend that numbers, whole round.
The numbers on round 2, because it's like the significant strikes for Brady do not match up to his total strikes. He has significant strikes 57 of 93, but a total of 221 out of 295. Yeah. So round 2 total strikes are 0 to 76.
Yeah.
With 4 minutes and 57 seconds of control time.
Yeah, like between rounds 2 and 3, it's like 160 total strikes to 3 for Leon. Like
because in round 3 he threw 3 strikes.
Yeah,
to 86.
Yeah, man.
I was about to say rounds 2 through 4, he landed a total of 3 strikes.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's one of those things where we know that Leon is patient. He's that patient precision counter fighter. You know what I mean? He looks for that big opportunity to land that big moment. You know what I mean? Just land like those like counter shots to make the difference. But like he has had lifeless performances before. This would like, and obviously it was just because of what Sean was doing for like to him, but Leon literally had nothing for Sean Brady.
Sean was beating him. That's what was happening. Because like you said, of Sean Brady going out there round one and just striking with him. I was so goddamn surprised of his willingness to stand in front of him and throw with Leon, because it's like at the start of it before he got the takedown, like Leon was throwing back at points, and like you even saw Sean getting busted up a little bit at the end of the first round. Like he had like a small little cut in his eye, I think, like a little bit of blood, but it's like
I think that comes down to, it's like I was saying, because I know you were like, nah, Leon can get the knockout, and I was like, I don't believe that. Even if Leon wins, it's a fucking decision, because it's like, the comparisons of like, bro, he got TKO'd by Bilal, but I really think that the difference in that is that it wasn't necessarily like the biggest power, it was the pressure and the way he just had him on the cage and ding 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 ding, gave him no time to think, recover, do anything. Leon might have landed a big shot here, a big shot there, but he wasn't about to put it on him where Sean couldn't hang, like, because even through that, it's like Sean was on his feet, he just didn't have a response because it was too much, you know what I mean? Like,
and it's like, I know that like it would be an entirely different way, but it's like the best that Sean has ever looked on the feet
was against Gilbert, and I know Gilbert looked really diminished. That's why going into this, I was like 50-50 of, I don't know if Sean can get the takedowns and do that, but if he can, he's alive. And then on the other side of Leon might just be able to, you know what I mean? Like,
and because for me, it's just of why like I thought Leon could get the knockout is because one, Sean being just much shorter, and you know what I mean? So it's like just that size and like reach, like just disparity, and just how like just how good Leon is like countering off the back foot. I didn't think the pressure was going to be as heavy as what Sean Brady did. I didn't think the striking was going to be like as good as what it was. And so I just really, and then with like the wrestling too, I didn't think that it was going to come that easy. I really thought Leon was going to be able to defend some takedowns. And if like, and then if like, okay, he did get taken down, there was going to be the control and the dominance, but like, I really just like, in all honesty, underestimated so many levels of Sean Brady's game heading into this fucking Leon Edwards fight, like fighting a former champ, that I just didn't think he had it in him to put on this type of performance at this point in his career. And
it's like, I don't blame you.
Absolutely incredible.
It's one of those things where it's like guys can get to a certain level, but they don't necessarily have the credentials behind it to really make you believe in them. And then they finally do it, and it's like, damn, okay, you are here. It's like you said in the Gilbert Burns fight, like Gilbert's not one, he doesn't make excuses. He doesn't talk about his losses. So for him to talk about like he was just having a really rough weight cut and was really bad in there, I believe him. You know what I mean?
He's never looked that bad.
That's what I'm saying. He's never looked that bad, and he never talks like that. You know, like he's just like, I lost. Like, so it's like, okay, where are you? You were against older Gilbert, who also was just having a bad night. Prior to that, you have Kelvin Gastelum. You got him out of there in the third round. Good. But it was Kelvin going back down to 170 and
having a terrible cut.
The fight before that was the knockout with Bilal, and then he had wins over a UD with Chiesa, subs over Jake Matthews, Christian Aguilar. Like it was just like these lower level guys that it really never let you know exactly where he was, because he's looking impressive against guys that he should. But where does that stack up at the highest of levels? And now we got to see it.
100%.
And that's kind of the thing. It's just like with the way he was actually striking with Leon in this fight, like there was I believe it was in the second round, like there was a great just 3-piece combo he just throws out and lands on Leon he's countering Leon, the counter striker, which was kind of crazy. And then just the control on the ground and the way he was able to just float, move, and just put pressure on Leon, because he was not like laying and praying, like whatever anyone. No one should even think that, but if you do, you're just wrong. He was consistently trying to improve position, trying to get submissions. Like I remember he kept being half guard / like side control, trying to get this Kimura to go, which I was like, if 3 Kimuras in 2 weeks, jiu-jitsu really is just back at this point.
Well,
but I mean, it's, bro, like with that performance from Sean Brady, like I couldn't even, because, and I know obviously he's always talked about his jiu-jitsu compared to like, everyone else, and he knows that he has the highest level. And it's like, I've obviously known that he is really good, but it's like, this just clearly shows of like where it actually at, like in the division.
He's the first person to finish Leon.
By submission.
Well, he's never been knocked out. He's never been subbed. Like he's the first person, but like,
But it's like, I couldn't imagine his reaction to watching Shavkat and fucking Ian Gary on the ground together. Like,
Yeah.
Brother. Like,
Yeah, that's so true.
Because the title picture, it's a fucking mess right now.
It is.
Not a mess. I think it's fun, but there's just a lot going on to make it messy. I know
exactly.
what you mean.
And that's where, as soon as I said that, it's not like a mess in a bad way, because obviously we have Bilal and Jack fighting in May.
Yes.
We have Shavkat, who was supposed to get the title shot, but it was like he got offered this fight, is injured, so he's not ready for it. So that's where Jack ended up getting the fight. Sean Brady pulls in for this one. Just another mention on this too. This was not a Sean Brady on a full camp either. Like, he did not have full notice. Like, Leon knew he was gonna fight for probably months and months in fucking London. It was probably working out with Jack, negotiations, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, he knew this date and everything lined up. You know what I mean? Like, and then for Sean Brady on short notice to come in, that just like another thing on that, But so it's like, we have fucking Shavkat, whoever, like, whenever he's going to be around, like, who knows if they're going to want to put him in next. Sean Brady finishing the number one contender like this, it obviously deserves a title shot with that. Who knows what exactly is going to happen with, like, Islam in the 55 picture too, and like when he's going to move up. So it's like, man, 170.
See that grappling between Islam and Shaw now. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, he said that he was fucking 198 on fight night, and I was like, holy fucking shit, man. You gained 30 fucking pounds, like, basically, since weighing in. Like, what the fuck?
Like, that's the thing. Like, yes, he is technically small for the division, standing at 5'10". He is fucking built like a shit brick house, and I can only imagine the strength on this motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, rehydrating damn near fucking 20% of your fucking body weight is insane at 170 pounds. Like, that's fucking, that's some fucking Paulo Costa shit at fucking middleweight, Like,
that's Poetan at middleweight.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. So, I don't know about you guys, but, and it's like, I know that we've talked about it, like, just a little bit, but for me, it's one of those things where, like, the sport of MMA, it is very much of, what have you done for me recently? You know what I mean? Like, who's doing the shit most active and most recent? And it's just one of those things with Shavkat where it's like, we've been waiting for him to like get to his spot, and it's just been so long and drawn out. And it's like, now over like a 2-year span, your best 2 wins are short notice Ian Gary and a fucking Wonder Boy win. You know what I mean? It's like, that how does that really compare to now Sean Brady, like you said, the first one to finish fucking former champ Leon Edwards? It's like, that's the best thing in the division that anyone has done. How do you deny that man the next title shot? I know, but we also know that there's just too much politics behind the shit, and it's like, it's, I don't know. I totally agree with you that it's like, he just did that after Jack, especially if he's ready, get it done, But it's like with Shavkat having been supposed to fight, and then he got offered this fight, but dealing with the injury. And it's like, okay, you took the Ian Gary fight with the injury, and now, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And with him being from Kazakhstan and them just constantly trying to grow regional places, and just him being big in Kazakhstan and people being fans of him in the US, and him just being a bigger name, I just wouldn't be surprised if they're like, nah, Shavkat gets it next. He was supposed to fight for the title, like, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah.
But if Shavkat's not ready right away, then it might end up happening, and then that would keep things moving at a good pace. Because it's like, if they do end up going to Shavkat, that's where things like get extra messy for him, because does he sit out? How long does it wait? If he sits out and you have someone like Buckley who goes out there and gets a win over Usman, and he looks super impressive, and then let's say he fights again because he's incredibly active and just, you know what I mean? He's going to get that shit. He beats Usman and then is down to fight the loser of Bilal Jack before or around the time that Shavkat, you know what I mean? It's like, he's getting it. Like,
I mean,
so
that is true, but also like the loser of Bilal Jack could easily also be offered to Sean Brady as well in that time. And it's like, you win this fight, you are 100% getting the next title shot type deal. Like, it just kind of all depends on how everything plays out. There's a lot going on right now, so it's very interesting because.
So it's just one of those things, we got to see how it plays out, because you really never know. And then any injuries, just timelines and shit, like, you just never know how things play out. So we'll 100%. See. But I do think that Sean probably is actually the deserving next contender.
Yeah,
because that's where I was gonna just ask to kind of wrap it up, just obviously just who knows what's gonna happen, but who do you want to basically see get the winner of Bilal and Jack after they fight in May? Do you would you rather see Sean Brady? Do you think that it's just gonna be a better, more deserving fight, and Shavkat should have to fight someone else, or do you think that they should just go to Shavkat since it's just been so long and drawn out waiting for him to get his opportunity?
I wouldn't be mad either way.
I wouldn't be mad either way. It kind of just all depends on when Shavkat is actually going to be ready. That's really my concern, is when that actually happens. So,
very fair. But let's go. Just a absolutely great performance for Sean Brady, getting himself the one of the performance of the nights, $50,000 bonus, easily deserved that.
I was about to say, when you go out dominate Leon Edwards and you're the first guy to finish him, that's 50 G's right there.
Yeah, fucking main event like that. That incredible. For Leon, I don't really know where he goes and what he is gonna do, honestly, because it's just
they're just gonna use him as a former champ for people to beat as long as he'll allow it.
Yeah,
that's honestly how I feel.
And 100%. But that's where it's I just I don't know where Leon's at and how much he's gonna want to kind of keep doing this, because it's just I don't know, just continuous not great performances and just looking so unwilling to fight through the adversity in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wonder if he would actually be down to take an Ian Gary fight. And the reason why is because we know that Ian might shoot takedowns sometimes, but he's not a fucking grappler.
Yeah.
Leon in his past 6 fights have been grapplers. Usman twice, Colby, Bilal, now Sean Brady. It's I wonder if in his head he's bro, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to fight a fucking grappler. I fought all of them, and I wonder if he gets offered somebody like Ian Gary, if he'll take that on just someone I can strike with. You know what I mean?
That's possible.
Right.
If his spirit isn't just 2-fight losing streak, damn, maybe I can't do this. I wouldn't be surprised.
Not only
He
that,
just lost his belt, lost the next one. It's 2 fights, but it's I could be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if he took a striker. I don't think he's taking a Buckley fight. Yeah.
Plus, him and Ian have kind of they have that weird he kicked me out of his gym thing. They have beef, a little bit of it, but so there's something there that you can build a fight night around easily.
Yeah.
So
some storyline for sure.
Yeah.
But definitely see what happens with former champ. But let's go, Sean Brady. Great for him. Going on down to the co-main event. Sad. Very sad.
It was sad.
My boy, Polish Power. Very tough fight, taking on Carlos Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg ends up getting the unanimous decision win. It wasn't the greatest fight. It just very close back and forth. You know what I mean? Jan just really struggled with the speed. That was usually just the biggest thing. And I don't know. He struggled with the speed. It seemed like both of them just knew the dangers from each other, so they didn't want to kind of engage too much to just leave themselves open. You know what I mean? So it was
both of them. The majority of their strikes came from leg kicks.
Yeah,
because it's significant strikes. Jan landed 59, 32 of those were leg kicks, and Carlos Ulberg 75, 50 of those were legs.
Yeah, and definitely Jan had the more impactful leg kicks in the moments, but Ulberg was just touching with them. But Ulberg gets it done. Just I don't know. It's one of those things where obviously coming in where it's okay, if Ulberg can beat Jan, former champ and everything, that just kind of pushes him into the spot. He should be the one next, after the rematch of Ankalaev and Poatan.
But it just wasn't wildly impressive.
No,
I feel he really needs another fight. He needs that Jamal fight. He needs that Yuri fight.
Well, the winner of Jamal or Roundtree.
Either way, you know what I mean.
Too. You know what I mean? But because I'm pretty sure Ankalaev after the fight said Ulberg versus the fake samurai, right? Which it, goddamn Ali, just constantly talking shit to Yuri out here on Twitter. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Big Unk, Big Tom.
It's great though.
I definitely after that fight, I was I have zero confidence in Ulberg against Poatan, against an Ankalaev, even really against a Yuri. Because Yuri's going to push that pace and push that pressure. And leg kicks have not affected him yet, so...
you have like the only way you're beating Yuri is if like you are so much cleaner and better than him, you know what I mean? Or like you just got the fucking dog in you or something. You know what I mean? Like Ulberg is not that much better than him on the feet or like so powerful where it's like, yeah, I can just touch you, whatever, and like he's just gonna go down like Poetan did, you know what I mean? And he cannot outdog him at all. Like
right. Because it's like, obviously he has a lot of knockouts on his record, but he's knocking out people that be getting knocked out,
Yeah.
And then when he started getting to like the higher level of it, where it's like, he gets against Vulcan, he gets against Jan. It's like now it's decisions, and he's looking way more patient. He's not doing the same things because it's not the same.
Yeah, like the Vulcan one was way more impressive. Than
100%. But I mean, even with like not being able to get the knockout, you know what I mean? Where it's like now just getting even higher against fucking Yuri. I don't.
Yeah. Especially considering it is Vulcan and he has been knocked out before. Like we've seen him get cold knocked out, and it's like. Not even really, nothing really, from what I remember, really looked like it like affected Oezdemir like that. So,
the only two people to knock him out though were DC and Yuri, and that the Yuri one was the last one in 2020. So it's not like he'd be getting knocked out like that.
It's crazy. I thought he got knocked out like one or two more times. Honestly,
those were the only two.
And I know DC that would have been ground and pound, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So damn.
Why am I thinking that?
I guess Yuri is the
Jimmy
only
Maniwal
one
knocked out then.
Huh?
Why did I think Jimmy Maniwal knocked him out? No, he knocked out Maniwal. Why I had that mixed up, I don't know.
Nah. But okay. But either way, though, it just like, to the point, though, of just not getting into the top 15, the higher level guys, not being able to find those finishes. And it's like, I mean, shit, we saw it with fucking Poetan and Ankalaev 1. You ain't winning a 5-round title fight off of leg kicks, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and there's no way that his have any more fucking impact than what Poetan's does in that, nowhere near as crafty with it. Like, it's.
And who knows how that grappling goes, because that's the other thing is Ulberg has not been testing that at all.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, this would have been the fight, in all honesty, so far.
But Jan's shot for one takedown in the last round, and it was like not that great of a shot. Just, you know what I mean? Not real committed. So it's, even though he could have been, he wasn't.
He kind of just did that to do it, to get close. So because he was getting frustrated.
So it's like definitely just a good win on the resume. Good for Ulberg to just get it done. Improves to fucking 8-fight winning streak in the division now. Like the longest win streak in the division currently. So it just feather in the cap, but it definitely does need that real top test before getting into the title shot. I feel like
100%.
Well, let's go. And for Jan, it's rough, man. 2-year layoff, 42 years old. It's just who knows what he wants to do. You know, he'll probably just, maybe he does one more or something. If he loses, he'll probably hang it up or something.
He just needed a little warm up. Just go back to the Rakic fight, run that back, because who cares?
I mean, it's just rough though, man. Fucking double shoulder surgery coming fucking out. That's just.
I could see him fighting the winner of Krylov Reyes, either in a rematch.
Matter of fact, give him Johnny
Krylov.
Walker. Let him go out there, knock him out real quick, and retire off of a great win.
I actually like that. Even if Johnny Walker loses to Azamat, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care. I said what I said. Like,
yeah, we don't need to do that to Johnny Walker, honestly. I love Jan. He's a great guy and everything, but Johnny don't deserve that, man. That's just mean. You don't get knocked out round 1 by Azamat and then fucking go fight Jan Blachowicz. You know what I mean, man? Come on. What are we doing, man?
That's so true. All right. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just thinking in terms of Jan.
I know.
Give him a fight he can win and let him retire off of a nice win,
No,
I feel like a Krylov or Reyes fight is a winnable fight for Jan still.
Yeah.
Even at this age, so.
For sure.
I like the winner of that fight.
So, we'll see what he decides to do, but definitely if he decides to fight again, always we'll love to see a good old Polish power fight. Going on down to the featured bout, though. Wackiness.
This was a real Kevin Holland fight.
It was great.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. The only man to get a performance bonus that didn't win via finish. Kevin Holland gets it done by unanimous decision win.
It was a fun fight. It was entertaining, but Kevin shouldn't have got that. Respectfully.
performance
Yeah.
bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely get it where it's just like, yeah, it was fun and everything, and where it's like you have fucking 4 finishes on the card and you gave out 4 bonuses, so it's like you kind of should just give all the finishes bonuses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like out of anyone to win by decision, it probably was going to be him to get it, you know? So it's one of those things.
I just feel bad for the other guy. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely get it. But motherfucking Kevin Holland out here just having some good old fun with fucking Gunnar Nelson, bro. That fucking that was the first round, right? Where
the omoplata.
Yeah. Where fucking because Gunnar gets him down and fucking Kevin just instantly goes for the omoplata and fucking Gunny just stands right up from it. And it's just like
it was the most Derek Lewis shit I've ever seen out of someone who isn't named Derek Lewis.
Yeah, it just for fucking Kevin Holland to just be holding on to it, and it's like just like
and he's just so much bigger than him too.
Yeah.
Just these long limbs, just all wrapped up, being held up.
Think yeah, they both look at each other and kind of were smiling, just like nodding at each other. Just like okay.
Because it's such an unserious fucking situation in a fight, especially from someone like Kevin, who then starts talking like, who knows what he was saying to him. Of course, they're gonna start laughing. Like,
yeah, man.
It was funny.
I could just imagine Kevin Holland just looking up at him. So you come here often?
But yeah,
probably did say some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous though. It was just wild. End of the first round, lands that fucking 1-2 that fucking hurt Gunny real bad. Thought that he was gonna get him out of there. Survived it. Really thought that he was gonna get him out like just within the first little bit of the second round.
Yeah,
but fucking Gunnar just tough as hell, man. It's just very hard to get him out of there. Just good fun throughout the entire fight. Gunnar grabbing takedowns in every single round, and Kevin just scrambling real good. Just constantly went to the omoplata for the defense with it. Yeah, just,
and he actually defended decent enough because it's like he grabbed 1 in every round, but he went 3 for 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kevin actually did much better than I think a lot of people gave him credit for with his takedown defense because he was not the favorite in there.
For sure.
Yeah, but like you said, just like real scrambly, just having fun. And it's like the thing is that in round 2 and 3, Gunnar had like over 3 minutes of control time and had him down for most of it. But it's like total strikes in round 2, 7-73 in favor of Kevin because he was just blasting shots from the bottom. Yep. And then round 3, 10-34 because same shit. Like it did not matter where he was. He was just blasting him with strikes. And I can't believe we almost forgot about that because Kevin up against the fence, Gunnar like holding him up there, and he just how would you even explain that? It's like his foot, and he just brought his foot up and smacked his face, like just kicked him in the face like that. Like
exactly, just brought it right up and just fucking kicked him. Yeah, but then he also had fucking he was on his back and he was holding him. Then he fucking like kicked, brought the fucking foot down to like the back of his head, and he got warned for like kicking him right into the back of his head while it's on his back, and it's like what the fuck?
That would have been the
like what
craziest DQ kick to the back of the head from ground.
Yeah, while your opponent's standing above you.
It was fun though. It's just like
just a Kevin Holland-ass fight, man. Like that.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you get him down, you better do more than him or finish him because like he's still winning these rounds. That control time doesn't mean shit when he's beating the shit out of you from the bottom. Like
it's like he said too that it's like he has good grappling and it's just he can't grapple with motherfuckers that are 30-40 pounds heavier than him. So
and even he said that he's like, yo, those guys are strong. Like you don't understand. It's different up there.
Yeah,
it's different. But yeah, no, like. It's a fight I really would like to see because they both are just fun. Him versus Renat.
Oh my god. I don't even. I don't know. Who's going to make the worst decisions? I really don't
know. That's the fun part. We don't know.
That's kind of what I was just thinking. Like, damn, who shits the bed? I almost think it's Renat that shits the bed.
Probably. I feel like Kevin probably gets it done, but yeah, that definitely would be a fun fight for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I've seen people talking about him versus Brian battle, and I'm like, I kind of don't want to see that.
That would be a dog fight. I will say that.
It would be. But,
that'd be a banger for sure. That'd be good. That'd be super good, honestly. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
But one of those things. Kevin Holland, he said that he wants to fight in July, but if it's at middleweight against a striker, he'll fight next week. So who knows when he's gonna get another fight booked. But yeah, man, it's just one of those things where like how MVP's just like, yeah, I just want to have fun fights. It's like that's what Kevin Holland's here for. Just Kevin constantly fighting. Yeah, 25 fights in the UFC in fucking 7 years. Like it is just absolutely incredible, man. Like wild.
All right, so we're getting Kevin versus Roman Kopylov in 3 weeks.
That would be.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that one.
That's a good one.
And it's just so crazy too, where it's just like, yeah, Holland goes up and he's still got such a fucking height and reach advantage over so many motherfuckers. Like 81-inch reach on him is insane.
No, wait. We can have the battle of Buckley's dads. Him versus Chris Curtis.
Not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, we'll see what the UFC decides to do with Kevin Holland and what he decides to end up doing. You never know. And for Gunny, it's just who knows what he's gonna do? Just on the older side of things, been out for 2 years heading into this one, so
yeah,
we'll see. But going on down, next finish on the card, next performance bonus on the card. This one was very sad afterwards.
It was sad.
Yes.
Alexia making her UFC debut just fucking went out there and it just easily got the sub over Molly McCann. It is one of those things where she's going into this, she's 11-1 with a bunch of submissions, and Molly gets subbed a lot and just is not that isn't that physical, isn't that great, doesn't have the greatest like defense in the grappling. Like she just really has never been the best fighter, but she's just fun. The fans love her, and that's why she's just like always been around in the UFC, tries to matchmake her with good fights to just let her get some wins. You know what I mean? But yeah, 4:32 of the first round, rear naked choke for Alexia in the debut. Molly McCann ends up retiring afterwards, and that shit was just them showing it to fucking Patty, and he's crying, and oh my god, man, it's like that shit's just I really hate it every time.
Because like even just listening to her, like I just felt so bad, like just the awareness though of her just being like, this girl took this fight on a week's notice or like however long, like she took a short notice. And I get subbed in the first round. She's like, I can't do this anymore. Like, just we all deserve more. But I do like that she included herself, because she said, like, the UFC deserves more. I deserve more. You guys deserve more. And I'm like, yeah, Molly, like, I'm like, take care of yourself for real. Like, you don't make sure you deserve more too. Like,
there's a point in there where she almost broke. I heard it in her voice, and that's where it almost got me. That's where I
teared up a little bit. They showed Patty. I'm just like, oh my god, fucking retirements, man.
No, yeah, for real. I do want to say one thing during this fight that was kind of like something that I pointed out during the fight that was kind of funny was Thainara taking her down. Eventually, at one point, gets out of the guard, gets to side control, and then fights to get back into the guard. That was just a weird thing. I just wanted to point that out because it was just a weird moment in the fight where it's just like, what are you doing? But okay.
Yeah, one of those things where it's 27 years old, UFC debut, main card, UFC London, like just what I mean.
More like just like I get it. It was just like one of those things where it was just like, that's an interesting choice. It worked out, but it just generally speaking, not a good strategy to do.
No, wrong equation, right answer.
Yes,
exactly.
But for Alexia though, 12-1 in her career, has 1 knockout win, 7 submissions, 4 decisions, 1 submission loss on her record. At 27 years old, at 115 pounds, just full of fucking energy in there, and was just the fucking
dancing
walkout. She was just dancing, going crazy.
Took her damn time with the walkout dancing because she was like, I'm gonna go out there and finish it quick. Don't worry.
There was a point where I was like, okay, now you're dragging it just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where just enjoying herself. You just gotta love to see it. And I know for me, it's like just someone with some fucking life that's under the age of 30 at 115 pounds. Sign me the fuck up. I am all in. Please, UFC, you gotta fucking build her and get her going so she can become a fucking contender. Let's fucking see if we can make it happen. Like,
seriously,
we fucking need someone.
It's like 125 has its life. We need 115ers.
Yes. I like how we've given up on 135.
Oh yeah.
When have we ever? Just, nah.
145. Bring it back. Let's go. But yeah,
185. Bring it in.
185.
That's what I said.
But yeah, just great for her UFC debut. Let's go. 2 more fights on the main card. Last finish on the main card. Chris Duncan versus Jordan Vucenic. The only man to grab a finish on the card and not get a performance bonus. Absolutely crazy. Chris Duncan, feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Especially considering I'm pretty sure that was the first time Vucenic's been finished, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 decision losses before this.
And it's like it was, he had the knockdown in round 1 and then grabbed the finish in round 2. Like, he had a good performance.
Yeah.
No, exactly. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Also, not the way I thought the fight was going to go at all for Vucenic. Like,
oh god, no,
not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, like you said, got the knockdown round 1, just fucking ended up with 4 minutes of control time, basically, just absolutely dominating, and not landed the most shots or whatever, you know what I mean? But and then just round 2 for fucking, I don't know, just Vucenic to just shoot in on that takedown, you know what I mean?
So far away.
There were just some low IQ moments on this card, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that was just another one. And fucking after he ends up grabbing the sub, you seen Vucenic just fucking on the mat, just looks so fucking disappointed in himself, man. And it just that definitely was a rough feeling for him in this one.
Hell yeah, it's he came in short. Was it short notice against Guram?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was. It's he comes in short notice against Guram, has a good fight, but loses the decision. Now, gets booked on this card against Chris Duncan, who's very solid, but it's not like he's done anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you get finished on it. It's that sucks.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah, this was definitely a fucking great performance for Chris Duncan, though. Calls out fucking T-Rex for fucking Miami in April. Not gonna end up happening because that fight card's definitely just already filled out and shit. So
for sure. And T-Rex said that he just got back into the gym, but he is down for International Fight Week. I've been seeing him talk about it a lot since Chris Duncan has said this in the past 24 hours.
Nice.
So
bro, that's a fucking banger of a fight. I would love to see that.
Banger of a first round.
It's a T-Rex fight. Of course, it's only a first round. What are we talking about? But good for Chris Duncan, though, getting it done over Jordan Vucenic. Just a very solid prospect. But just 100%. Fucking rough. Just 0-2 in the UFC now. Just see what he's able to do. Able to hopefully just bounce back and get things going good for him. Last fight on the main card, though. I was very happy about this one. I know both of you wanted Morgan Charrière to win, but I was all in on my boy Nathaniel Wood. Let's go. He gets it done by UD. Didn't think he was going to get it done by UD early in that first round because he landed that fucking right hand that fucking floored Charrière. That was just such a fucking crazy reaction. That, I really thought he was just going to be able to get him out of there. But
no, seriously, Morgan also, never been knocked out before. So it's just him getting dropped like that, fucking Vucenic getting dropped like that, just crazy shit.
Yeah. But just able to fucking tough through it, survive. Just a solid technical scrap between the two of them throughout the 3 rounds, and just Nathaniel Wood being just a little bit ahead throughout all of it. Just definitely deserved that UD, but just very happy with him in that performance, and just really starting to get things going for him at 145 pounds now. Just very happy for him. 9-3 in the UFC now, 2 wins in a row. Daniel Pineda, Morgan Charrière. Pretty sure he called for a top 15 opponent next. And I know that he said that he'd fucking fight anyone and shit, put him in a fucking title fight and he'll fight. You know what I mean? But
I mean, I did see someone point out, hey, how about Wood versus Cater? I don't mind that,
bro. That's a good fight.
That should be a good fight.
Again, just one of those things. I'm not sure if they're going to go to Nathaniel Wood because I feel like I can't think of anyone right off the top of my head, but I just feel like there might be other people that they'll be quicker to go to,
Probably.
No, there is some. John Silva's already getting his fight in the top 15. Sean Woodson is getting his fight in the top 15.
And so is Steve Garcia, right?
No, I don't
know. Because that fell out.
So
they might go to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Steve Garcia, maybe.
He's hanging around there. You got Joe and Sombrito still hanging around.
Yeah.
So it's
Burrito,
it definitely
is fighting someone soon though. April 5th, Pat Sabatini.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it's It definitely just one of those things you never know, but it fucking timelines, opportunities. It's like it definitely could just work out that way.
You got Garcia and you got Chepe Mariscal right outside the top 15 right now. Like both those guys deserve a shot. So rough.
Yeah. But yeah, this is good for Nathaniel Wood. Very happy to see for him. But that is main card of London. Overall, it's solid, you know? It's all right.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's not too many standout performances, you know? Prelims.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, for the one that I want to bring up, I didn't think this was going to be the one I'd want to bring up, you know? Shauna Bannon versus Puja Tomar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought that Shauna could win the decision, you know?
Yep.
And it's funny because it's like the first two fights, we all got dead wrong. So going into this, we were just like, oh, this is going to be wrong. Like just making jokes about how things could flip, whatever. And because we all have Shauna. And then Puja lands just a fucking nasty head kick that drops Shauna to the ground. And we're like, well, here we go. 3 fights. We're all dropping this. Like, we're doing terrible in Tapology. And Shauna Bannon toughs it out and pulls out a fucking armbar.
Yeah.
It was pretty beautiful. Especially
because it was
good
quick.
For her. Like,
it was like she gets dropped, and then it was quick, too. Because it was like, she gets dropped, and then like 20, 25 seconds later, all of a sudden, it's an armbar win.
Well, no, because I know she threw it up and she was like fighting for it, and then she had to reposition. Like it definitely took a little bit, kind of like working for the armbar for sure.
Well, 20, 25 seconds is kind of a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what? The shoes on top. Do they count any control time? Because minute 7 in the second, so maybe. Is there no takedown? So it was longer than me, I was thinking.
So she would have been on top for about a minute, but 22 seconds control time for Shauna. So yeah, probably 22 seconds of her working on the arm.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Because fucking Puja with them short ass fucking arms in there, 59-inch reach. I'm pretty sure she's got on them, the shortest arms fucking ever. Just absolutely incredible. And so it's fucking Shauna Bannon just trying to work on it, and it's just like, oh, it looks like it's not in, but then I also had the thought, it's like her arms are short as fuck, so it does there's not that much arm sticking out, but that also just might be enough.
Because then even when they were showing the higher angle, it's not like her elbow was out of her legs, like she was in there. It just looked crazy because of the lack of arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for Shauna for just like I said, toughing that out and just grabbing that arm bar. Like good for her.
Yep, $50,000 bonus for it for sure.
The only fight on the prelims to go to a finish.
Yes.
Yep.
Ginger, what about you, though? What do you want to bring up from the prelims? What impressed you? What did you enjoy?
That's kind of the thing. Like, some of these, it wasn't, so much impressive, but, just what happened on some of that. I just want to go to the opening fight. Fernandes, Kutateladze. What happened with Guram? Because he was one of those guys, because we mentioned this during the Fight Companion.
Yep.
That we were like, Guram was supposed to be one of those guys with Gamrot, Armin,
Zeev,
Demir. Yeah. Was supposed to be that next generation of lightweights. And then it just isn't happening. And this fight gets dropped twice.
And those were from leg kicks. He was just great.
They were leg kicks.
Tore up.
Both of them. And it has a very low output. Strikes, total strikes, whatever you want to look at. Just wasn't doing a lot. And it's just what happened? Especially considering he has Hamza and both Topuria brothers in his corner.
Yeah, fucking legendary corner right there for sure.
I don't know. But Fernandes looked great.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I really don't know what Guram couldn't get shit going with the grappling. Yep. His striking was just way too basic. He was just getting bombed up. Because I think in the first round he got hit with a right hand that fucking dropped, floored him.
Oh, okay, was it? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was both the leg kicks that had him dropped.
I know that
he might have got dropped in the first round, but they didn't count as a knockdown.
Oh, okay.
The knockdowns came in the second and the third.
Either way, but like, yeah, and just getting ripped apart everywhere. Like everything fucking Kauê was landing on him was so damaging. The fucking leg kicks, like you said, were just vicious. Like seeing his fucking lead leg just so swollen and ripped up, and then he went southpaw and just other legs started
at that point couldn't do anything with that.
Yeah, man.
Not that he was doing much anyway, but it really hindered that even more. It's like, no, Kauê was just doing real good. 50% to the head, 20 to the body, 30 to the legs. Like,
it was just super rough for Guram in that one, and just definitely just real sad to see. Just like, damn, I agree. I thought he was going to be one of those next generation guys, and it just has not played out that way at all, man.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, like we said, like most of the guys we mentioned when we were talking about that, like who we thought were going to be those next generation guys, just aren't there. The only one who really is Armin.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. And that's why it's just one of those things with 155 pounds. I feel like it's hard to like have a real prospect kind of come up that's like just like, nope, this is the guy, and then they just actually excel to that spot. You know what I mean? Like it's just someone that usually they do pretty good, and then they take a rough loss here or there, and they just are able to get like constantly get better to find their way to the top. It's
a great, very, very recent example, BSD.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely super rough for Guram, but great win for Kauê Fernandes for sure. I know for me, I was very sad because at the end of it, I really did think that Mick Parkins did do enough to win that fight against Marcin Tybura. It was extremely close round. Like round one is the swing round, like just super close. Like at the stats, like at the end of it, Mick Parkins did outland him slightly, on the number
3 strikes.
It just super close. But easily the biggest factor of this fight was the fucking body shots from Marcin Tybura.
Yes.
I fucking
47% of his strikes landed to the body.
Yeah, because
45 to the head, 6 to the leg. Yeah.
Ridiculous
right off the fucking bat. Because it's like, it was like the kicks to the body, it's the push kicks to the body, it's actually landing hooks to the body. Like he was really targeting that, and that was so smart of him.
Yeah, and because round one, it's like I don't know, like if you guys would, because I know like Martin's never like like the most memorable guy or anything like that, but it's like I have never seen his striking look that like just wacky and good offensively. You know what
I was
mean?
shocked because when I saw him walk out, I thought that he looked like a bit like a bit pudgier than normal. I thought he looked a little out of shape, and I was like, damn, is he not going to show up? And he looked good.
Yeah, like he's just fucking going in with like wacky punches, and because that's like with the push kicks, it's like he would just throw like a 2-piece weird combo and then just fucking push kick him right in the fucking stomach, and it was just like, god damn, man, like they were just constantly landing just such good work, and it's like, I like, just like I said, I thought that Mick did enough to win, but it just one of those things where it's like round one was super close. He fucking easily, won round two, got real close of getting him out of there, but he got fucking tired. The body work was, obviously affecting him, did not have the cardio to push round three. And it's like, when it's a close round and you just don't have it in you to like push further, you just can't really be upset with it. You know what I mean? Just real close fight. Good for Marcin Tybura to get it done. Last fight on his contract.
And this was something else I remember us talking about, or at least I was talking about in this during this fight on the fight pan, was Tybura was fighting because it's southpaw versus orthodox. He was technically fighting wrong, but doing it correctly. Because his foot placement, he was losing the foot battle the whole fight, but was using that to get on the inside to be able to throw these strikes, and then at the end of it, do the push kick. Like, or land a round body kick. Like, that's what he was doing. It was weird. Like, that was, like, such a weird strategy to go with.
Yeah.
Because it is something you have to really dedicate yourself to. Because, like, Pacquiao would do that all the time, being the smaller fighter against most of his opponents. He would constantly have his foot wrongly placed on the inside, but that gave him the chance to be able to jump in and land his shots the way he needed to.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever, it was good enough to get it done on the judges' scorecards, because just a solid 29-28 for Marcin Tybura.
Most of the fights that went to decision, every single one of these, except for like maybe one, except for like CLD and Andre, I honestly could have almost, besides for the Guram fight and the CLD fight, on the prelims, I feel I could have damn near gone either way.
Yeah, there definitely were like a lot of close fights for sure.
Yeah, which is funny because there was only the 2 split decisions.
Yeah.
Because it's like, fucking like Loner Kavanaugh and Felipe Dos Santos. What a bloodbath in a close and just fun fight.
Bro,
I didn't know how that was gonna go at the end. Like,
did I? Yeah, Loner, he's got to work on the striking and like just the distance management and stuff for sure. But he's a fucking dog, man. He's tough as hell. And bro, like those fucking ground and pound strikes were so powerful on top. Man, that is just very impressive. But Felipe did look good too in there for even though taking a loss for sure.
Yep.
And I know for me, like, bro, just not like the CLD and fucking Puja fight. That was a bad fight. Like it wasn't great. But just one little mention from it that was just so goddamn funny. Of CLD had Puja up on the cage, and fucking Andre grabbed a tie clinch, and this dude literally pulled himself off of the ground and just into the air while he was just using the tie clinch against CLD. And it was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? It was just such a funny random little moment. I think it was like the second or third round, but and he just kind of like put his knees up to it. Like, I don't know. That's all I really wanted to mention about that. And that Puja has nothing on the feet other than a left high kick. But
it's like, what the fuck?
But yeah, that was just real funny. Funny little mentions.
Yeah.
So overall, I feel like it was probably because of all the decisions on the prelims where we're like, no, like these should be some really good matchups. And then they just didn't deliver the most exciting. And so I think it really just brought us into the main card of like,
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like the ones that were like close weren't fun close. They were just like close.
Yeah.
Close, and tough fights. It's just,
Yeah.
Other than I did enjoy watching Loner and Felipe. Like I don't think that was terrible.
No, that
wasn't terrible, but like
easily
overall,
the best fight on the prelims. Like just the most fun for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. That's the card. UFC London in the books. Very nice. Tapology, absolutely terrible. We could just skip it if you want. We don't gotta talk about it.
No,
I was so sad because I was cooking. Then it was the last 2. I picked wrong. I went fucking Jan and Leon in the end, and Ginger did not, and that got him ahead of me. So Ginger won, and I came in second.
I got 5 picks right out of 13. I was so bad.
Yeah.
I got the first 2 wrong, and then I got like the next like 5 or 6 right, and then I got 2 wrong, and then I got 2 right, and then I got 2 wrong.
I got 2 right, or 2 wrong, 1 right, 2 wrong, 1 right, 1 wrong, 1 right, 1 wrong, 2 right, 2 wrong. Terrible. No perfects. 2 decisions. I had semi, but but hey, how'd it go?
I was about to add 2 decisions, 2 semis, 8 total, right? I almost like the Sean Brady. If my instinct was to go 4th, but I'm like, no, I always go 4th. I'm gonna go 3rd.
Yeah, I get that. It's hard fucking just picking those things right on like just the perfect round sometimes. But the one thing that I am very happy about myself with in Tapology, I still always know who's gonna win a Kevin Holland fight.
Fair enough.
I think that's 8 fights straight now or something. That's pretty goddamn incredible.
It is really funny. Just the way you were like stressing. You're like, damn. Now that I know that I always get this right, I can't get it.
Easily the most fucking stress I fucking felt for like any of my picks for this card. Like I was just like, fuck, man, I have to get this right. Fucking at one point, I fucking thought Gunny was gonna get the sub, and I was like, oh no, like I fucked up. Yeah, but yeah,
that is
terrible, terrible night overall for Tapology. But
for you,
for you. And I mean, general
draft.
Ginger came in first in Tapology, so it's bad night in Tapology. That's true. Then an even worse night in the draft because, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Ginger went 3-0.
Yeah, even though, like, I will admit, that Chris Padilla fight really could have gone either way, and Jai Herbert might have should have won that fight.
Right, that was a close one. The fucking Carlos, like the only one that like obviously was like
definitive one, Sean Brady.
Yeah, Like, it's because, like, obviously, like, you know, the Ulberg, like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things. If Jan got the decision, like, I don't think anyone would have been like, oh, that's a robbery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I've actually seen posts of like, did Jan win this fight? Like,
yeah,
and I was like, I don't necessarily think he did, but I wouldn't have been mad with that decision. Like, it just wasn't enough in the fight to be
just
impressive
way
or
too
anyone
close.
care.
Yeah.
And everyone loves Jan.
Yeah.
And then like the Chris, and then Taco Padilla and Jai Herbert, that was just extremely close as well. And honestly, like it could have gone to Herbert. I think he potentially won that third round, and so
Yeah.
So Ginger improving to 7-4.
Absolutely horrible.
He passed us in numbers first, passed me in numbers for a second.
Yep.
Because I had Adrian Lee fight on the one championship card, and I got a win there.
Yep.
So I improved to 7-1. I still have the best ratio.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sadly, my one championship fighter did not win. I don't know what happened this weekend, man.
Yeah,
It
we
was
should just get into
terrible.
one because
yeah,
these are two fights to talk about, but we got other things first.
Yeah.
we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So I was like,
172, man.
Repack.
Saitama, Japan. The venue, Saitama Super Arena.
Japanese fighters went off.
Yeah,
Yo.
even 3 for the night. You know Chatri was fucking pissed. And the only thing that could have made it worse if Takeru got it done in the main event. Oh my god, he would have fucking lost it, I'm
He would have
sure.
blown
Like
a gasket.
Chatri is so fucking weird because you listen to him talk shit about Japanese fighters, and then like he'll throw a card like this with all these Japanese fighters and just be like, yeah, like, you know, great, and then just show respect. And I'm like, bro, where do you
My mother
fall?
was Japanese, or like my mother is from Japan, or something like.
Yeah, I'm like, where do you fall on this? Because you're very conflicting, but whatever. Not
He's
the
a
point.
promoter. That's what it
Used
is.
car salesman in a tuxedo.
Yeah, but that's still
He's not
crazy
even like
statements to me.
Oh yeah.
Not even just like a used car salesman, like a dealership that's like more brand name.
Matilda's dad.
It's one of those buy here, pay here places.
Matilda's dad. Danny DeVito as car salesman.
Oh, normally you gotta weld these bumpers on. But that takes time and equipment, so we're just gonna glue them.
There you go.
Bro, I have not seen that movie since I was a little kid, where I could not pull a reference from like that.
That just popped up on my Instagram like this past week. That clip
really
of him
funny.
talking about it. Throw some sawdust in the transmission, it'll go.
That's so funny.
But anyway,
yeah,
Rodtang.
let's get into it. One championship, Rodtang main event versus Takeru.
I felt bad for Takeru, I'm not gonna lie, because just listening to him talk about him not knowing if he was gonna fight after Superlek, and then if he loses to Rodtang, like he's retiring. It's one of those things where when it comes to like Muay Thai and kickboxing, people retire a lot younger because they start fighting a lot younger.
Yeah.
And so it's like with him being 33, like that is kind of like into the career of it. So I understand him, but it just sucks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's like in between these, it's like he did get the knockout over Tanzan. It's like just some of the best guys in the world in this sport. It's like, you know, it's going to be hard.
No, yeah, because it's like he did say that, you know, for like his career and stuff, like he wanted to come to one championship to fight Rodtang Super, like, you know what I mean, like to have like that opportunity and stuff. So it's like, you know, like, yeah, no, I definitely get it, where it's like I feel like win or lose, like, you know what I mean, it's just kind of however it was gonna go. This is like his last stop, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Right.
If this was like his like end goal of just like, nah, let me fight the two biggest guys in my weight class in the world, makes sense. But first round, 1 minute and 20 seconds in, Rodtang just left hook blasts him to the floor. He looked a little upset, as if like he was just trying to wait out the count and then stand up.
Yeah.
But it's like he looked out of it and like on the, you know what I mean? Like he
Bro.
was not ready. He was out. And
But-
even if they did go back to it, Rodtang would have landed one more shot. He would have been asleep.
I was about to say, so when the ref got finally like down, like, you know, actually kind of, it was already at like 6, 7, 8. Like that's when he, like once he knelt down is when he should have stood up, because it was at like 7, 8.
Yeah.
So that's when he should have stood up, like, because it didn't look like he knew like what the count was at all. And then immediately, like once he heard 9, tried to stand up, he was already at 10.
Yeah.
And it's always just funny of like one of those things, because it's like, you know, obviously we fucking like, you know, like Takeru coming in, it's like, you know, just we're still fucking new to like Muay Thai, kickboxing, all this stuff. So it's like, okay, new guy, like don't know him. And it's like, you look and it's like, okay, he lost to Tenshin Nasukawa. It's like, so yeah, lost to the fucking one of the best kickboxing guys ever. You know what I mean? No shame in that, but it's like obviously very good. And it's like, you know, just all like the hype on like just how good his kicks are and all these things, you know? And then it's like, it was just funny of like, him being like, oh, I'm gonna like, yeah, like Rodtang's never felt kicks like mine, and like, you know, like he's just like saying that of like, yeah, he's never felt something like me. And then, bro, fucking Rodtang, when he landed that left hook and when he dropped, like the face on him, it was just like he ain't never been hit like by anything what fucking Rodtang hit him with. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna see right now if he's ever been knocked out because there's nothing on Tapology, but you know, Tapology doesn't have everything.
I gotcha.
I'll look at Wiki real quick.
But yeah, like it was just crazy because a minute and 20 in the first round. It's like Rodtang, he went in with a left hook, right hand missed, and then just followed it up with that leaping left hook and just fucking smashed him.
Yeah, he's never been knocked out. He had one doctor stoppage because of a broken nose. So that is probably the first time he's ever been hit like that. Like, and I do think it is a little funny for him to say that he's never felt kicks like mine when Rodtang has fought Superlek before. And Superlek absolutely destroyed Takeru's leg. Like, he's absolutely felt kicks like that before and worse.
It just one of those things, you know. But
just think it's funny, you know,
for sure. And it's like love Rodtang, and so it was like definitely just awesome to see him get a win like that and just make it look so easy. But it's always just one of those things where it's just like, damn, like it really was just kind of like such a nothing fight, like at the end of it, like just fucking landed one bomb, went down, and the fucking fight was over. Fucking Rodtang's the man. Like it's so crazy.
I know, that's where it's sad because it's like the Dennis Puric fight or like Jacob Smith, you know, both two tough ass guys took him to a decision, but it was fun. Like we got to see the full rounds. Like that shit was just like war for 3 rounds, 5 rounds. It's great, you know? And so, yeah, when you get this, it's like, it's awesome for you, but damn, I just want to see a little bit more because it's always great to watch.
100%.
But good for him. Very happy to see that because honestly, we needed a Rodtang win at the top of this fucking card.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there was so much. Oh, my God. Because fucking co-main event, motherfucking the hyped ass motherfucker Tawanchai. So much love and hype where it just gets a fucking few decision wins and fucking his fan base in fucking Thailand and shit is shitting on him because he's boring and he's not performing like he should and all these things. Fucking 25 years old and just goes out there and gets ripped apart by fucking Nawari. Nawari. Cause this shit was going on super early in the morning. It fucking up for like 20 hours, like, you know, watching this shit, you know, and just super tired. But like, because I forget if it was like the first or second round, but like seeing fucking Nawari land that shot to just floor Tawanchai like that, it was just like, oh man, it like had some fucking, you know, like just fought so many good people and never seen him fucking in any position like this in one championship.
No, yeah, because it's like he's been in one championship for a couple years now and just has had a lot of fights. He has been knocked out one time, and that was years ago. So, like we were talking about Thai fighters just fighting real early with him being 25. We're talking 10 years ago. He's 15 years old.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
You know what I mean? I don't remember the exact year on it, but it was a long time ago. So it's like he was under the age of 18 for sure. It's like, all right, you got knocked out as a teenager. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But yeah, so like as an adult, just being like getting into his Thai prime, we've never seen this before. Yeah. Beautiful performance for Naori.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's
just crazy because it's like, yeah, he comes in, loses a decision to Sidichai, loses another decision to some guy I don't even know, Mengyang Liu, and then gets the leg injury from calf kick over Shakir on the January card. Off that one card, gets a title shot and performs like hell.
Yeah.
Last time that Tawanchai was KO was in 2020.
Was it 2020? I guess there was just too many fights in between.
Well, no, this was in Wulin Fang 2020 World Cup final.
Oh, okay.
So this was in a different promotion.
Gotcha. And yeah, even still, 20
years old.
20
like,
years
whatever.
old. That was kind of what I was getting at. Like, it even then, like, 20.
And it's like, yeah, since then, it's like, yeah, he fucking in one championship, a split decision, lost to Sidichai, but beat Samapech fucking Joe Natawa twice, Superbond twice. You know what I mean? Like he's got some fucking solid ass wins, one championship, and it's like just such a big upset on that one. Like I wouldn't be surprised they just probably go to like instant rematch kind of thing for it. Well, because this was for the interim title, right?
Yeah, because he's the Muay Thai champ.
Yeah.
And this was kickboxing.
So, because who's the fucking kickboxing champ? They got too many champs and shit. It's hard to. Okay, Superbond.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, who knows how that'll play out then?
Yeah.
And probably just go to unite the belts then.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, like I just wonder if just like how Tawanchai like will just kind of fit in there. You know what I mean? With like it's just kind of interesting of like being the Muay Thai champ fighting for like the interim kickboxing champ where Superbond's like the champ, you know, and it's like just finished him in Muay Thai, so it's like you got a nice little triangle going on around there with like the title picture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so probably just go to Nori Superbond and then probably Tawanchai gets the winner more than likely. Very nice though, but crazy shit. Co-main event.
The left hook he hit him with at first drop, and then the combination was insane.
Yeah, I didn't even think I said it, but ended up getting the finish 155 to the third round. So very impressive though. One vacant flyweight title on the line between Yuya Wakamatsu, Adriano Moraes.
Number two, my draft pick, Adriano Moraes.
Yeah.
He did not get it done. I thought this was just going to be easy wins for him. Just DJ's gone. He's back to just reclaim the throne. You know what I mean? Since... Okay, so 2018 was the last time he lost to someone that wasn't fucking DJ. You know what I mean? So it's just been a while, got a couple wins, and like got that win back over the guy that he lost to. Just super good in one championship, and I just really thought that getting the win over Yuya in the first one, he was just going to go out there and be able to get it done, and the fucking power striking.
No, he can't win rematches. The only way he can win a rematch is if he lost the one before.
Damn.
So, like, he lost to Akhmedov, so he beat him the next time. But that guy, Gigi, he beat him the first time, lost him the second time, then was able to win again.
Oh, I didn't realize that they had a fucking trilogy. Oh, that's funny.
He beats DJ, loses to him. He beats Yuya, loses to him. He just can't get multiple wins over somebody.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. That is really funny, actually.
It is funny, sorry. Anyway. Yeah. Nasty uppercut to ground and pound. Like, it was.
Wait. There's an exception to this rule. Danny Kingad. He's beat him twice. And they've only fought twice.
Okay.
Either way, though, I thought he was just going to go out there and get it done. But just was not comfortable on the feet with him at all. And then just started landing some good strikes, got him kind of like cornered up into the fucking ropes. And then, just started bombing on him with those uppercuts, put him down, ground and pound. Fight was over first round. It just was not too hard for Yuya Wakamatsu at all. Great for him to go out there and grab the title.
Yeah, because it was Adriano Moraes trying to go in for the takedowns and then him just like bombing on him like while in the clinch, just put him in to the corner, gets him with a really good uppercut, and then just once he goes down, just boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
30 years old, getting the one championship for the first time. Very nice for you. So definitely nice for him to have that on his resume. Wonder if I don't know. You never fucking know what one's gonna do. The trilogy time, right? Let's fucking.
Why not?
But just another fight where just a shocking performance. Wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Vegeta on the card though. She was back.
My girl.
Yes, the queen defending her atomweight kickboxing championship, and taking on Kana. It was a pretty solid scrap throughout all of it. You know what I mean? Vegeta ends up getting the unanimous decision win. I just thought it was really funny of just have both of them constantly doing Muay Thai shit in kickboxing. So they both end up with the yellow card. And I think it was the third round that they both got yellow carded.
But it's just one of those things where, it's just funny because Vegeta, she's Muay Thai fighter through and through, so it makes sense, but Kana, a kickboxer. This is her rule set. She shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But I was just very happy to see her get a win, retain her title. I love watching her fight.
Yep, just the boxing work for her in there is just so clean at fucking times, man. It really is just so good to watch. And it just, at 23 years old, improving to fucking 209-6 for your fucking professional record. It's just goddamn incredible, you know?
Yeah. Plus 5 wins in boxing, so it's just like overall professional fight record, 213-6 losses. It's like, that's why I always want to see her win. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That is the greatest record in combat sports I've ever seen, and I want to keep seeing it grow.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, 4-0 in boxing, because why not? I just looked at the record on
yeah, it's just like I just don't know
I
who
forgot
they're
she's
gonna
medaled
fucking
3 times in boxing in the Southeast Asian Games. Silver in 2018, gold in 2019, bronze in 2021.
Very nice. But it's like, yeah, just I don't know who they're gonna bring into one championship for her to fight that's gonna beat her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I feel like she's just gonna, like, I don't know, just have like a bad performance, just be off or something. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those things where it's like you fight so many times so consistently, it's hard to every time be good enough to just win no matter who you're in there against. You know what I mean?
I will say that, like, for the one fighters, and especially as a champion, I wonder if she just doesn't have like as big of a name, because they do not push her the same.
No,
they do not, like, she does not fight as often, you know, like in the beginning, you know, in 2023 in Muay Thai, she did have 4 fights, but then she gets her belt and she has the kickboxing belt, and she fights one time in 23, one time in 24, and here she is a year later in 25. So who knows if she'll even get booked again this year, you know?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. I really didn't kind of realize that has been over a year since she fucking fought in the last one. Yeah. They gotta do fucking something, man. I mean, I get it. It's not like they have the most people, you know what I mean? So it is. Just
but it's like they always do find people, so that's why I'm just like, they just push certain people and not others, and then you create this uneven balance, and then you get these champs or just higher level guys that are getting injured more often, not making weight, whatever it is, because you're like, no, you have to fight. And then someone like Fechicha doesn't have the biggest name. Now she just got to sit out for a year. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, very true. So yeah, we'll see what fucking one decides to do. Hopefully you can just get, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, just try and at least get 2 more fights this year or something, you know, even if it was just one, like towards fucking August or something like that, you know, at least that's something, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see. Just, like you said, always good to see her win though and just perform. Just want to see that record keep on growing. Big upset time, right?
Yeah. This was crazy.
This shit had me very upset, honestly.
I was sad
because I was so ready for this fucking rematch between Nabil, Anane, and Superlek. And before like the fight even started, just listen to like the broadcast, and like they're talking about that Superlek was saying that just Nabil's young, like it's not his time, you know what I mean? Like just seeming like he wasn't taking him seriously as a threat to him at this point in his career. Comes in, misses rehydration, misses weight, gets stripped of the title, gets brought down to a 3-round non-title fight. 3-round non-title fight bout now. And he really did just look so unprepared for this moment against Nabil Anane, and it was wild to see from Superlek.
I think it really was, because I feel like he never looks, we've never seen him look like this.
No.
He was definitely incredibly underprepared for like how much Nabil has grown in just the past couple years since they fought, because it's like they only fought 2 years ago, and you know what I mean? It's like, I just don't think he was prepared for as much growth that Nabil has put into his game, because he had nothing for him. Superlek has had how many fucking fights? What is his record? 139 wins, 30 losses, 4 draws. This is the first time in his career he's ever been dropped.
Yep.
He wasn't finished. He still made it to a decision. You know, the one finish on his record was back in 2014. Again, a doctor stoppage because of a cut. He wasn't dropped. He wasn't knocked out. It was just, you know, like just obviously did not respect Nabil, give him any type of credit, and it really fucked him over.
Oh, yeah. The head kicks, man, the fucking knees up the middle, just all of the sharp shooting from fucking Nabil in this fight, just working all different points, and it's like it just as soon as fucking Superlek got hurt and was just kind of in like recovery mode, and then was just like, okay, I have to do something big. Then he's just fucking throwing big right hands and just kind of being sloppy in there, and it's like at the end of it, it's like you finished him first round body shots in your first fight.
Yep.
Where was the attempt for any body shots throughout this one? It was pretty fucking baffling to see, and it just sucks because it's like it's so good for Nabil and like just the emotion and everything, and just being like, I'm just so happy, like I've never been more happy in my life. Yeah. I'm so and it just sucks because it's like this wasn't Superlek at his best, and so it just like I don't know, it really does just suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Definitely. Because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're excited for a huge fight. You want to see the best of both men. But it just sucks because it really just seems like it came down to Superlek just really underestimating him. And it's almost like, damn, maybe this was the best you have with assuming with what he gave you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's on you. And at that point, Nabil just outperformed the shit out of you. And if they go to the rematch, you better give him that respect and come up with a better fucking game plan. Like,
yeah.
But anyway, mandatory move up to 185 for Nabil because he's too fucking big for this division.
It is crazy.
6'4" with an 80-inch reach.
Yeah. But bro, like it's just in 3 wins in a 4-fight stretch for Superlek. Rodtang, Takeru, Jonathan Haggerty by first round knockout sub-minute. And just so fucking legendary. And then to just it just sucks. It's like we obviously got to go to. So the one thing that I'm kind of curious about, because it's like obviously fucking Superlek got stripped, and it's like one of those things where it's like generally champ misses weight, and then it's like okay, guy has the opportunity for like the title kind of a thing. But it's like Nabil was the interim champ, so it's like does he just get promoted to like the champion afterwards, and now it's going to be him defending his belt against Superlek?
I guess
that's the way I would do it. Promote him. He beat the guy who was the champion. He was already interim. It makes sense
I feel like
to
at
me.
that point, it's like I mean, I know that they changed it to the 3 round, but it's like it's basically a title defense right there in my books for Nabil. Add 2 rounds to that. That wasn't making.
Slow down.
Hey, you had 2 rounds to that fight. That wasn't changing shit for Superlek.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, so obviously they got to go to the trilogy for sure, and that fucking Superlek's gonna have that fucking fire to just be like, okay, I've really got to fucking take this seriously. You know what I mean? But yeah, just
then after that,
crazy to see.
Who knows? Maybe we get Jonathan Haggerty, we get Nico rematch. Got a couple things you can do.
Bro, fucking Nabil versus Rodtang out here when we fucking getting that done. Get Rodtang to move up to fucking the bantamweight. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about that.
What's the bantamweight at?
Rodtang is so much smaller than him. Like,
bro, that'd be so fun.
Listen, we're talking about Superlek. He's 5'7" with a 69-inch reach.
Yeah.
So that's like 11-inch reach disadvantage, whatever on the height. Rodtang is 5'6" with a 65-inch reach.
15-inch reach disadvantage. That's
solid. That's fucking stupid. No.
I don't think I've seen a bigger reach disparity in a fight ever in my life.
Yeah, that's illegal.
We have to book that next.
Let's see.
That's illegal. I don't want to see that.
I was supposed to say what? John Jones is what? An 81 or an 82-inch reach?
84.5.
84.5? So,
yeah.
And if I remember right, Sean Brady has a 72-inch reach?
Sean Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that type of disparity, essentially.
Even bigger.
It's still even bigger, yeah.
Yeah, he would need it.
It
would literally be John Jones versus Max Holloway in arms.
I was just going to say Max Holloway.
Like, that's the... But now also make Max a lot shorter. 5'6", because John Jones is literally... But yeah, man, it's fucking... I don't know, man. I don't know. I would love that fight. It would be so much fun. But they probably won't. Rodtang's is doing his thing at flyweight. You know what I mean? But that would be some hype. Fucking Iron Man versus fucking goddamn One Piece character. Like that's fucking crazy. But yeah, So those were all of the real big fights, the title fights, all of that, you know what I mean? Main card type shit. But the undercard and all, bro, there were just crazy knockouts, just so many good fights overall.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know it, like, out of all, like, if you want, like, I know that you brought it up earlier of, like, Adrian Lee getting the win, you know, but, like, we can go into that more now if you want to, and just fucking...
Yeah, because obviously he got me the draft pick, but honestly, you could talk about it.
It just... One, I just thought it was funny of, like, the commentary, like, talking about how Adrian Lee was, like, composure, like, how just much he was talking about composure. Oh, yeah. And then just shot out of a fucking cannon, just going after him. He fucking, I don't even remember it, like, cause he got the takedown, but like he was on the fucking neck, like, you know, looking for like the ghillie or whatever, throws the fucking knee right to the face, just absolutely beautiful. And then as soon as he did that, just hits the fastest fucking gator roll I've just ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like legit, like a fucking alligator hitting the death roll on a fucking prey. Like, it was so crazy. Instantly wraps up the anaconda, wraps up the legs with his. Literally nothing that dude could do. It was just like, what? Like, yeah, that's what you get when you have a kickboxer versus a fucking MMA prodigy. Like,
yeah. I was about to say, coming from an MMA family.
Yeah, like ridiculous, man. Like,
beautiful.
I don't.
This is something that like is just really interesting for I think all of us with like Adrian Lee. We're essentially going to be able to see him like not just throughout his whole career, but basically growing up throughout his career. Yeah, that's something that's very rare, and it's just like very interesting to watch, especially considering like they're doing it the right way. Like, that's the biggest thing with one. They are doing it the right way. Fought someone who was 1-0, like 2-0, 3-0.
Exactly. I was going to say, made his professional debut against a guy that was 1-0 and then kind of just kept matching to what he was about to be. Like, because then 1-0, guys 2-0, 2-0, guys 3-0. Like,
the original guy who was supposed to fight was 5-0, which I still think was still doing it the right way, because you just need to see, hey, is this, you know, what can he do against someone who's like this, especially considering that dude has a bit more, like, he has 5 wins, 4 by decision, 1 by sub, so it's like, okay, he's got something on the ground. We know that for a fact. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So, and that's where it really is always hard with that, because it's one of those things where obviously he's so talented that he could blast through so many people, but it's like he just needs the reps, he needs the experience.
That's the biggest thing, it's the reps.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to see him fight the highest of levels, you know?
Yeah, no, not at all.
He's 19 years old and just made his fucking debut.
Bro, but I'm telling you, fucking like 2027, 2028, the fucking battle...
Problems.
Huh?
I said problems.
Well, I was going to say the battle between Adrian Lee and Cade Ruotolo for the fucking one lightweight title is going to be incredible. Cade's going to hate it so much, and it's going to be awesome. That's happening one day, for sure.
I just never thought about it. 2
stars fucking rising next to each other. That is such a clear fucking collision course fucking down the line. It probably when I feel like once they're both around 10-0, 8-0-ish, like around there, like
wow, that's severely interesting. I know it's early. But early predictions, I still favor Adrian Lee. The reason why is because it's like you said, like Adrian Lee, MMA just prodigy, just growing up MMA family, like has been just born and living this. Yeah. And then you have Cade, BJJ prodigy, specifically, like his grappling is incredible. I am not taking anything away from his grappling, but his striking definitely needs work. And it's not that it's the worst at all. Like his kicks are looking like decent, his hands are looking okay. He clearly has power, but it's not the same. You know, there's not the same fluidity of like mixing the two. It's like he kind of looks a little wild, gets the takedown, and then it's beautiful work from him. You know what I mean?
It's frantic.
Yes. It's like on the feet, I don't know what he's doing to Adrian, you know? And then when it goes to the ground, I'm just interested. That's just an interesting battle because they're both very physical. Yes. They're both very dominant. They're both very scrambly.
I feel like right now, Cade's easily way more physical than Adrian. Like,
also, how old is Cade again?
21, 22 now, 23. Like that.
Like not that. I know he's not that much older, but like The 2 to 3
He's
years.
not older than 23.
Yeah. But like 2 to 4 years can make a huge difference in that type of department. So especially like considering Cade has been like rolling with people who are way older, way more experienced than him for so long. Like he probably has. I would probably say he has the advantage on the ground right now, just based off pure strength and physicality.
But yeah, I was kind of just making the early predictions for in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Where like Adrian, just starts getting just a bit more grown, whatever, just filling out more. But it's like, it's interesting for sure. And I'm not like, oh, Adrian could just roll over him on the ground. I'm interested in that, but I do think that he has the advantage on the feet, and I just wonder if he's gonna be like, nope, we're sprawling and brawling. You know, like.
So that's the thing for me is, like for sure, like he has to, like I have to see him do that though. Yeah. Because obviously, as of right now, he's looking great. 3-0, 3 submissions. He's grappling these motherfuckers. Yeah. He's blasting out the doors. He's taking them down, and he's fucking dominating them. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like there's no shot in hell he can even come close to doing that to Cade. So it's like he really has to try and get like more time on the feet and like really like exercise. But it's one of those things where it's like. Because it's like, with the little moments, he obviously looks good and comfortable there. So it's like, obviously, he's working that, training that. So it's like, he might just be like, I just want to go out there and get it done. You know what I mean?
Because it's like, obviously, it was his first fight, but, that one took him into the second round. And I feel like we did get to see a little bit more striking from him there. Yeah. And again, it was against a guy that was 1-0. So it's not anything crazy, but it's just like the little things that we have seen from him just look cleaner than Cade is all.
For sure. No, but that's where it's, I need to see him be able to like clearly have a game plan and win a fight thoroughly, like on the feet. You know what I mean?
I know. Like, they said, was this the plan for you to go out there and get the anaconda choked? He said, no, I just saw it, grabbed it. You just got yourself another $50,000. I've just been saving it, but thank you.
I didn't watch the interviews. That's that's so wholesome.
I know. Yeah, it was just like another like 3 fights, 350, like 3 bonuses, and he's just like, I've just been saving them, but thank you. It just. And
I love listening to him.
I know, and then fucking like he just stops talking to him. He's just walking over to his corner, and he's just looking at Christian like and Christian's just laughing like what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like I feel like that's like
I told you, I saw a picture of him just like taking a picture for one, and all I heard from this picture was like just giant smile, like just with the body language, like it was he's great. I love him.
But yeah, just absolutely incredible though. I know we've been fucking running long.
They just turned the autism up by like 2, and it's just like shit, turned out too much.
But yeah, last mentions for this card though, I feel like we have to bring up John Lineker had a kickboxing fight. Ended up losing, but had some good moments. Did get hurt himself in there, but just like a good back and forth scrap with top 5 contender, former champion kickboxing. So it was definitely close. I honestly wasn't sure if he was going to get the decision, but wasn't too surprised to see him not get it. And then Shinya Aoki, man,
fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Legend. Absolutely nasty. Fucking retires with an incredible fucking career. 49 wins and 11 losses, 60 pro fights, and to have 11 losses is just ridiculous, man. Just
41 years old.
Yeah, what a fucking legend. But I don't know if you watched the post fight, like with him retiring at all. But like I don't know, it's just very awkward and with like I really didn't like that at all. How they were just pushing him and everything. Like,
because he was clearly upset. There's clearly been like beef between him and Juan and Charrière in the past, and it's like he was just emotional. He took off his gloves and just like I'll make an official announcement later on. And they're like, nah, but you've been around for so long. Like tell us. And he's like, no, and just it was weird. I felt bad. He was like just breaking, just wanting to cry. Like it was sad.
Yeah.
Let the man do what he wants to do.
I didn't see the post fight because I was trying to watch all these this morning because I didn't watch it live. But, one thing I do want to mention out of the fight, obviously, like one of the best BJJ like fighters to fight in Shinya Aoki. The biggest thing that came out of it is like if you are going to guard pull in MMA, take notes from this man, please. Like study this man. Because the biggest thing he did is they were in a clinch, and when he decided to pull guard, he grabs the arm, isolates it, keeps it isolated as he
Like pulls him down into his guard.
Yeah, sorry, my headphones fucked up for a half second. But so I didn't hear what you just said.
Oh, I said, yeah, like keeps it isolated as he pulls him into his guard.
Keeps it isolated, then pulls guard, and then just immediately starts working for that armbar.
And then
start doing things like that.
Like,
yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely fucking awesome. But yeah, incredible card. Definitely a very good card for one on this one. So many fucking fun fights, great performances, crazy knockouts. Like, yeah, definitely not a bad one where it's like if you missed it hearing about it, fucking go back and rewatch the fights because they were fucking good, honestly.
Hell yeah.
But let's go. That is definitely long enough for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. And we will catch you on the next one, previewing good old Mexico City. Let's go. Peace out, everyone. Yeah.